No Man's Sky 4.0 is out. It's called WAYPOINT, and there is some cool stuff that we didn't even expect, along with the stuff that we expected. But let's get into it, and the first thing I want to talk about in this is the game customization mode. This is really in depth. Look at this screenshot they have here showing all of the things you can change for customizing your game. There's a lot there, and I am going to do a guide going over each of these settings, which will be really cool. Now, next up, we have the autosave. We already knew that they were talking about autosaves and the way that they're changing it, of it just constantly saving in the background instead of jumping in and out of your ship to do the autosave. Then we have something really nice here I think a lot of you guys will like. A trade rocket. You can build a rocket that will send your trade items up to the trade market. This is very interesting and very cool. You no longer have to find a trading outpost or something like that. You can just send off a rocket to sell things. This is cool. I like this a lot. This will help us free up our inventory while we're out and exploring and not needing to buy anything. That's a really nice idea. Unexpected too. Then we have inventory. Inventory on our ships has changed. And from what I'm seeing, technology stuff stays up at the top, and then you have these customization buttons right over here that really add to the game. It just allows you to sort through your inventory that much easier and will be a lot nicer. Then, of course, we know the Nintendo Switch, which has been out, an AMD Field FX 2.0. And I'll go through this real quick. Look at that. You just see a slight change. It enhances, and that's really nice. And it helps with the FPS. Then, of course, there's the relaxed game mode, which is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to play through it and give you guys my thoughts on that. And then after that, unique Switch rewards. So anyone who gets the Switch version of No Man's Sky will get a unique ship. And not only that, you'll get a unique multi-tool. Look at these. That looks really cool. Wished I could have gotten one. Just don't have the money free to do it. So hopefully when I get the money, it's within time of that. And then there's this space anomaly atmospherics. They did a lot with atmospherics overall, and they make them look nicer. They added in more particle effects to make things look cooler, and I like that. Then we have dynamic difficulties, enhancing all difficulty settings and tweaking adjustments at any time so you can continue refining your gameplay experience during the journey. This is interesting. So if things are too easy for you, you can notch it up. Things are too hard, you can notch it down. And you don't have to stop playing on that save. You can change it during the journey. That took some work. That took some brain work, especially with the small team they have. They have some brilliant people at Hello Games. I like that. That's one that was unexpected. Drop pods. This is dealing with the whole entire thing of making getting off the planet easier and going from there that they're talking about. Another Twitch campaign is being done. So if you follow Jason Plays, Survival Bob, Beeblebum, and people like that, watch their Twitch streams. They're probably going to be doing Twitch streams, and you'll be able to get unique rewards from that. I'm going to have to look into it, see if there's anything that really interests me that I want to get from there, so I can start watching those myself, because I don't do Twitch. Now, inventory redesign, and this is where we were talking about how they did the inventory redesign. They've also added into the multi-tools and exocrafts and exosuits and stuff like that. So they've increased storage across the board, which will be interesting to look at and see how they handle. I hope they didn't break freighters again. I hope freighters still have the most inventory space, but we will see. Then, as I was mentioning, Planetary Effects. I mean, look at what they did here with the Knowledge Stone. That Knowledge Stone effect looks really, really cool when it goes off. It has more particle effects to it. Look at this smoke and the twirling of particle effects in that. And then same here with the little red orb when we access, those broken parts. That's really cool. Story records are enhanced, and this is really cool. It now gives more information. So if you're a story person, you'll have an easier time with it. Maybe even more defined information will be added into this. That would be really, really cool. Inventory filters, which I was talking to you about, when you're on your spaceship and exosuits and stuff like that, you can now filter through stuff. And it looks like they took the whole entire thing for spaceships for the technology and broke it up. So anything that has technology has its own section, and then you have your categories. So that's a big change to inventory in itself. After that, they enhanced the crafting tree interface and changed that up, so you can now see what you need to build something. So you're now not having to hover over it to see, or click on it to see, what am I missing to create this? Why am I not able to create this? With this tree, you'll now be able to see, like we have here for the microprocessor. They have the metal for it, but they're missing the nanos for it, and so that's really cool there in that effect. Rare asteroids. I don't think any of us were expecting this. Asteroids field now contain new rare and exotic variants. I wonder what they mean by that. I wonder what happens with these rare variants. I'll have to look at that and maybe update my mining video. And after that, milestone guides have been updated and can now be pinned from the catalog and guide to provide helpful hints and tips for milestone logs, which will be helpful for people who are trying to finish out the milestones. Of course, ease of use. A huge number of features have been added to enhance and improve the ease of use across the game. The head bob has been disabled, is one of them. A number of communication station icon displays can now be have been reduced. Cursor control for players using gamepads have been improved, so that's good. Reticle targeting for interactions and wiring is now more forgiving and less fidgety. I've had problems with that. That's a really great enhancement there. Survival challenges. Survival mode has been ramped up, increasing greater breadth and depth of a challenge to overcome. In an additional qualification balance saying, such as fuel consumption, hazardous interactions, explorers must take care and repair their technology from damage and rely on their own harvesting capabilities rather than shops and acquire key survival resources. So things like your carbon, your oxygen, you're probably no longer going to find on space stations. You're gonna have to harvest it yourself. That will definitely make survival mode more challenging. Then more, I mean, the particle effect system that they've redone. Look at that portal for that teleporter. That just looks really, really cool. It adds more to it. The holographic feel that they've added into it for things looks really, really cool. The entrance into the space station enhanced. Really, really nice. A refresh for the catalog and guides. So they've enhanced that also with new clear ease of use to celebrate that, which is gonna be really, really cool and it looks like they've just gone through and buffed the UI really, really nicely. Metals, which enhances the UI, quality of life, fast moving creatures is really, really cool. Movement upgrades for jetpacks have been made more powerful. Oh, Jason Play, you know he loves flying around. He's gonna love that. Procedurally generated technology modules now stack in inventory. This will free up space. So those technology modules you get, it's no longer it takes up one, they now stack like our resources stack. That's gonna be really cool to use. And there's more on that later. And then you look at here, memory fragments offering important technology upgrades and use and living travelers on their journey. So I may have to check to see if you can pick those up even after you've done the whole entire travelers thing in my current save. Refiner and cooking recipes. You can, of course, discover recipes and stuff like that are now recorded for future reference, which will be a nice added addition. New faction milestones for both all races and factions have been added for a new set of challenges for all of us explorers. The technology packing. This is cool. I really like this one. So it's no longer break down the technology into its finite resources when you no longer need it for that moment. You can now decompact it or compact it down and put back into your backpack into its original form when you bought it. This is a nice add-on. This is an unexpected add-on that I really, really like. Dynamic Atlas interface, which means that the Atlas just looks nicer and has better visual effects. Save renaming. I know several of us have asked for saved renaming. You can now rename your saves. You can now have a cleaner save look. I'm going to do this so quickly, and I'll do a guide on how to do this to help you guys out and stuff like that. That will be really, really cool. And that is it. That is everything in there that's major to this. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you're excited for this update. I am. I can't wait to jump in and have a great day.